you can't combat bad nutrition with more exercise. People have that tendency, like if you look at the New Year's resolution people, and I've seen it come and go, is they think, well, I ate so bad over the holidays, or I'm eating so terribly that the only way I can overcome this is by exercising more, right? Remember, like exercise is a form of stress, right? So exercise will cause more cortisol secretion. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to go and do more cardio. Same thing with you, Big Red. I was saying to you, what you have to do is you have to balance out your eating and training. So 80% of your progress comes from eating. So what you put in your body. And then 20 is going to come from exercise. What? The rice pasta, let's cut the rice pasta out. The glycemic index is huge. Anytime you have to really refine something drastically, it changes the food. If anything, eat like whole wheat pasta. So let's keep it real so you guys get it. Let's just say in this zone here, okay, is where if you keep your insulin, your body's going to use up the fat because it keeps it steady, right? This is sort of, let's say, our optimal zone. Anytime you eat, say you eat, let's see, what's a common food thing? Like sushi, all right, with lots of rice. Okay, perfect. So you have it about an hour and a half later or an hour later. What happens is this here, it starts spiking up. Okay, so then your body has to secrete insulin to collect it. Then it comes. Then what happens is it starts crashing down. It'll come back into here. Your body tries to keep it in this optimal zone. The problem is this time we spend in here is not, your fat's not being used. Okay? So now, most of us, all right, we have, like we said, fewer meals a day. So then you have another one and then it takes you up here. And you're back up here. And then, you know what I mean? Let's say you had something really sweet and then you crash your sugar, so you go below in the zone. Any of these zones here is not fat usage. So you spend sort of your day in and out, in and out, in and out of your optimal burning zone. You might break even or you might gain. It depends. Now what availability means, how much food is available, nutrients are available in the food you're taking in. So very low bioavailable food like canned tuna, right? High bioavailable food is raw salmon, whey protein. Like lightly cooked steak, any fresh vegetables. Those are extremely highly bioavailable because a fresh piece of broccoli that's not steamed has a very high amount of calcium. You steam it, those numbers start dropping, right? Okay. You always feel satisfied, not stuffed, right? And that's why it's important to eat slow and chew food because it takes 20 minutes for your body to realize that you're full. You guys know that? So if you haven't eaten all day, you have that starving feeling. That's why we have seconds because we've already actually we've filled up on the amount of food that's necessary to satisfy us. But because the signal hasn't gone to our brain, we just keep eating. And then we realize, then eventually you're like, oh, I'm stuffed. You hit that, because that signal got up to it told your brain you're full, but you've been full since, the first 5 minutes. So for 15 minutes, you've been stuffing yourself. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Chew food, eat slow, and then you realize that, okay, this little bit of food that I had, or this right amount of food that I had is okay enough. I'm satisfied. Right? You can't have a cheat day if your whole rest of your days weren't very great. Okay? The cheat day is doesn't really do anything then because the other days were all cheat days. And also too, another one that let's touch up on is you can't switch cheat days.